Humanity is faced with a single imposing mystery. Why does something exist where there could simply be nothing? Classical physics views this through a sequence of cause and effect, much like a row of falling dominoes. This model assumes every event is pushed by a prior action, eventually requiring a prime node, a creator, to start the chain moving forward. However, this linear progress is a property of our perception, not the laws of physics. In the quantum realm, the equations governing reality are time-symmetric, meaning the mathematics work exactly the same whether time flows toward the future or back toward the past. This creates a problem when we look at the anthropic principle. We find that the physical constants of our universe, like the strength of gravity, the mass of an electron, or the speed of light, sit within an incredibly narrow range required for life. Statistically, our existence appears less like a random accident and more like a targeted outcome. This suggests the universe might not be pushed into existence from the beginning. Instead, it may be pulled into a concrete physical state by the sheer act of being actively observed. To find our origin, we have to look at a reality where the timeline isn't fixed, and the universe exists as a cloud of possibilities waiting for a witness. Primordial nothingness is a state of perfect mathematical symmetry, a featureless, balanced field with no distinct matter. But in physics, perfect symmetry is inherently unstable. A microscopic fluctuation creates a ripple, like a needle balanced on its tip eventually falling. This instability triggered an eruption of potential. The laws of physics began to oscillate, creating the raw building blocks that would eventually form galaxies and stars. This diagram represents the universal wave function. The early universe didn't follow one path. It occupied every possible trajectory simultaneously. Known as a sum over histories, every possible universe existed as overlapping probabilities, a dense cloud of what-ifs with no physical ground. This early era lacked a concrete reality. It was a storm of potential paths, all occurring at once, yet none of them fully realized. A wave function remains in this state of overlapping potential until it interacts with an observer. Only then does the math resolve into a single, definite outcome. This points toward the existence of a quantum mind field. This hypothesis suggests consciousness is a property of the universe itself, acting as a mechanism that can process and measure these probabilities. When the potential for a conscious mind finally emerged within one of those overlapping histories, the universal wave function collapsed. The nebulous cloud of possibilities snapped into the single, sharp reality we see today. Because time is symmetric at the quantum level, this collapse reaches across the entire history of the universe. The first flash of light from the Big Bang appears to us in the visible spectrum because the mathematics of the past must align with the conscious eyes observing it in the future. This map of the cosmic microwave background shows the physical evidence of this connection. Known as the quadrupole and octupole anomaly, it reveals that the expansion of the entire universe is geometrically aligned with our solar system's position. The data suggests that consciousness is the catalyst that retroactively fixed the universe into a physical state. We are the reason this sum over histories chose this specific path. This changes how we view the anthropic principle. The universe appears fine-tuned for our existence because we are the observers who selected this specific timeline out of an infinite cloud of possibilities. This shifts our perspective on the human condition. We are no longer accidental bystanders in a clockwork machine. Our presence is a requirement for the universe's physical stability. We are integral participants in a story of increasing complexity and self-awareness. Since the act of observation continues to shape how the wave function resolves, our choices and our drive for synergy influence the ongoing path of reality. This visual represents the omega point, a state where human and cosmic potential converge into a single interconnected web of data and consciousness. Our minds provided the spark that turned potential into matter. Now we act as the co-creators of everything that comes next.